Okay, so yeah, I believe we talked about how to set an alert. If you have the paid version, you can have the replay function, right? What you need you to do is to just move. For example, if I click, look at this blue box. If I had the paid version and I clicked this, right? Everything to the right of the bar would have wiped out, and this thing will let me play it real time, as if I was just seeing the market for the first time. Like I said, great in back testing. And then where else are we? Yes, if you have any layouts, like you have any set of indicators that you already had pre-saved, you can always come here and just save the layouts, give it a name, and you're good to go. All right. So we already talked about the chat settings. If, for example, let's say a coach of yours wants you to submit, gives you some like let's say assignments on the chart. I know from time to time we may want to see your markups and everything, right? And you just want to take a screenshot of your chart and send to them. Also, maybe you took a trade that went wrong and you want to know why it went wrong, and you want to send it to your mentor to find out, okay, if they could help with the analysis or something, or an educator for that. Just screenshot this here, all right? Take a snapshot, and then from there, it will ask you where you want to save it. So you would now choose whether you want to save it to your chat. You want to save the chat image, and once you say so, automatically you see it in your downloads in your computer, just the screenshot of the chart. Okay. Now moving on from there, next thing I want to show everybody is the watch list. This watch list contains let's say pairs you want to keep an eye on, or pairs that you favor trading and you want to be able to look at them one time. Okay, so the first thing you see, this watch list does is not automatically how do I put it? It won't automatically have the favorite pairs you have in mind, right? The market doesn't know what you like to trade, but you can add on whatever pair to this watch list that you want. Okay, so it will show you first of all the symbols of the currency you're trading, then to show you their current price. It will even show you the percentage movement that it has made in that day. All right. So you want to keep an eye, excuse me, you want to keep an eye on all of that. If you want to add any pair, for example, if I want to create a new watch list, I just need to tap here, and then I can add whatever. Let's say I want to add Bitcoin. Yes, I can click this, and where is it? Sorry, by this right hand side, you see this plus button. I just tap this, boom, new pair added. And you see that it automatically went to one of the already preset watch lists that I have, right? If you want to delete a watch list, you can. If you want to create a new list, let's see, let's say if I want to have more watch lists, I already have the max here, which is around 3, I believe. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so around 4 or so. But if I didn't have these, by the way, I can always delete any watch list I have. If I want to add, I can add. I just click on, I right click on this. You see add symbol. Whatever I want to add, let's say I want to add BT to this particular one. I'll just press a plus sign on what I want to add. Instantly, it shows up on the watch list. I can always rename, my watch list to, let's say, favorite pairs one, right? Whatever. I can customize it. And then if there is a trade, maybe I see a trade is setting up very soon, and I want to keep an eye on that pair so that I don't have to keep watching out for, okay, where is it, where is it, where is it? I can just go to the right side of this automatically, and it puts like a red label on it, all right, that you can, it puts a red label so that you know that, okay, this is the one that I saw that was close to entry, or the one I want to come back to the chat later and see what it did. I can also absolutely put it. If you want different colors, you're gonna have to upgrade to a paid version. All right. So I believe that is it. I think the watch list is the main thing I wanted to show you guys on this side. Now we're moving on to the tools. Now this cross is essentially let's say almost like the home navigation place. This detects what you want to see when you're moving your cursor around, right? You can make it arrow. You can change it to whatever, to be honest with you. Okay, and I see this cross when I'm moving around. It's like your, let's say, the most neutral one to have. Then over here, under the trend line tools category in this side toolbar, this is where you get to select your trend lines, your arrow, right? Your ray, depending on you. Your trend line, if you select it, right, you can do something like this. Obviously, because this is black, you might want to change the color. And by the way, after you place it, you can customize it. You can change the color over here, right? Let's say I want purple. You can change the thickness. You can make it rather thick, or you can make it less thick. Really up to you, okay? If you want to move it to a particular price, for something like the horizontal line, you can absolutely do that. Let's do something like that. So for example, this horizontal line, right? Let's say I place it here, right? It's very clear where it is. I can automatically move it to another price. Let's say 6, 8. I just come to coordinates 6, 8. Let's say 1, 8. Let's say 5. All right. Change it in coordinates is moved up to actually where I want it. Excellent. That's for your arrow. That's for a horizontal line. You can also access a vertical line on this pencil, but really it depends on you. Okay. If you're in dark mode, you want to use bright colors for this thing. So next is the Gann and Fibonacci tools, where you have different kinds of Fibonacci and Gann tools as much as you need. You can absolutely select them here. And by the way, if there's any one in particular that you would like to keep using, you use frequently, you can just put a star on it. Once you put a star on it, you see that there's this toolbar that appear that would always follow you. Okay, so let's collect quite a few. Let's add this. So as I'm adding these here, automatically they appear. I don't have to go here, maybe click this to select what I want. Automatically, as I'm moving around, I can just come here and pick my fib, right? Move it to where I want to move it to. Okay, I want to put my trend line. It just simplifies it so I don't have to do so much. Okay. That being said, please let me change back to my wonderful, dark mode was almost starting to wear on me. I think I want to go back to the light mode, right? Excellent. So let me hide this indicator, okay? So the next one is the geometric tools, geometric shapes toolbox, right? Or the option there. Here you have different shapes. You can get a circle if you want, different things to just highlight areas, okay? You can get a rectangle. You can get, for example, your brush. You want to write something, for example, you want to draw, okay. But anyways, you get the idea, right? Yes, let's say I want to do this or draw something essentially. So I can use the brush. Then we have the text toolbox. If you want to add the text somewhere like, this, if I want to drop a tweet with something related to the chart, I can do that, right? That's how linked this is. If I want to put an idea here, idea box, right? Let me see, where's my idea box? I can see consider selling here, all right? I can put that, and automatically, excuse me. Okay, I think I unselected that, but it's all good. But essentially, you get the overall idea. I think I unselected that accidentally, but it's fine. But you see what that does, right? If I want to just put the plain text, I can also go on and put the plain text. Okay, say here. right? Automatically, I see it. So the next one here, if you see different patterns, it helps you draw out patterns so fast. For example, if I want to, instead of using normal arrows, if I want to see a head, let's say for teaching, let's say this head and shoulders, right? It's already giving me the neckline. Okay, automatically that should break, etc. So we see all of that here. Then we have the, let me delete this again. Then we have the long and short position. So if I'm entering a trade for a buy, right, and I want to figure out how many pips, the long and short position shows me automatically the risk to reward ratio. You always want this to be above 1, right? And it also shows us automatically what we're targeting, okay, how many pips we're targeting. So if by the time I trade comes here, it's going to be 47 pips, right? That we would have been getting, right? You can always move this around. This will show the number of pips, all right? The red part represents stop loss, upper part represents big profit. Now, the next one I want to show is the measurement tool. The measurement tool, look at it, it looks like a ruler. It helps you see the number of pips in the movement. So, for example, price moves from this low part now, let's say from this, let's say I want to check how far price moves from this lower wick now to this upper wick. All I have to do is to take this and I move it up, and then I can see, right? Look at this. This is 25, this 25.8 is the number of pips it moved. All right. Also, it shows us the distance, the time interval for it to get to that point. So I drag it from this bar to this bar. Automatically, it calculates for me that this movement happened in the space of from this candle to this candle is 1 hour, and the height is that I'm seeing here, or that I pick it as, is 25 pips. Okay. It also shows us the volume traded, in that period, right? Now, this is a very useful tool I want to show you. It is a very, very big hack. Some people stay very long time without knowing it, unless they are shown. So, for example, if I draw this trend line right now, after I place it, notice something. I can't, if I click again, I can't, I have to go back and pick it again and place, right? And then if I want, I have to go and pick it again and place, all right? So that is one way of picking a trend line. But if you're looking at an entire chart, let's say we want to do with the horizontal line. Okay, let's do with the horizontal. Let's say I want to mark out supports and resistances right here, right now. It will be so cumbersome for me to go and be marking out support. These are horizontal line. I'll mark, right, and then I'll go and pick it again and mark. No, I just need to lock my writing tools here. It looks like a pencil with a padlock. So once I lock it, it's on horizontal. It will keep being on horizontal until I want it to stop being on horizontal. I'm not going to pick anything. It's just constantly there. Okay, and then when I want to exit from the horizontal, all I need to do is to, by the way, keep an eye here. Look at this is highlighted, showing that this is what is selected. All I need to do is to right click. Once I right click on my chart, it automatically goes back to the cross, or automatically goes back to the cross. Okay, so I don't need to go and unselect. I just right click and I'm back there. So I'm sure everyone has gotten that. So here's another thing. After, let's say I want to do something with my chart, I want to move my charts around, right? Let's say I want to go back in time of my charts, but I don't want to risk moving my horizon, because as I'm moving these charts now, my cursor could go to the horizontal line and to just shift while I'm moving it. If I don't want any of my markups to shift while I'm moving this, I just need to padlock the whole chart, right? This way, no matter how I move this right now, right? You see, I'm literally dragging on this thing, but the line is not shaking anyway. So it allows me to go back as far back in time as I want without any risk of my drawings removing, okay? I can always go out from that. Now, by the way, when I have several indicators, look at this next one now. When I have several indicators, let's say that I want to open up all the indicators I may have on this chart right now, right? This was typically to teach because I don't usually keep a lot of indicators, but let me see. Yeah, let's open this, All right. Let's give it a moment to load up. So you can see already these indicators right now. All right, you can see this. If I want to hide all of them, I just need to come here and press this. They are all hidden. Right? If I want to hide just one, I'll come beside it and hide it. So if I want to hide every single one, I just come here and hide it. If I want to delete all my tools or all my drawings, markups, I just come here and click remove drawings. If I want to remove all my indicators and my drawings, I just click here and I remove that. All right. So these are the essential things you need to be able to navigate TradingView. I trust this has been a simplified class and that you all got a lot of value. So that's what we'll be ending it for today. For any question at any time, you can always reach out.